Review today of my Crudsweden GJÖRA gloves. I think I'm going to horribly mispronounce that throughout the video, but these gloves are tough as nails. I've decided to do a bit of a bushcraft series on some of the kit that I've owned and picked up over the years that I will endorse and rely on. I'm not planning to review gear that just hasn't worked out for me. I want to give people information on the kit that I have purchased myself and that I will vouch for as a quality piece of kit. And these gloves hold up. So just stay tuned and we'll get into the details of these Swedish gloves. Each glove is hand cut and hand sewn, and each one is also treated with an 8-step wax treatment by the representatives at Crudsweden. And because each glove is hand treated with this special formula, the coloration and the matting of each particular glove is going to be uniquely different. So no two set of gloves is going to look or appear exactly the same. You can see here, we can get in on the stitching right there as well. It comes with the Crudsweden logo embossed into the leather, and it's got a black eyelet here where you can use a carabiner to hang the gloves on your pouch or some string. This is a size large, and they're just that. They're quite large. I'm not quite sure what a medium would have done if I had ordered it, but I do have some space here at the fingers. So if you have very large men's hands, these are going to fit perfectly. If you've got average men's hands and average large men's hands like myself, you're going to have a little bit of finger space at the top here. And they are extremely thick leather. One thing I want to point out is this burn mark here. Okay, if I was using a bandana or perhaps even a much lesser glove, when I had gone and tried to pick up that pot, I would have been in trouble and it would have hurt. This was a good burn, but you can see here it barely penetrated the leather whatsoever, and it saved my finger from a pretty nasty burn. So with this pot of coffee here brewing, you can see this is actually just finished boiling. I can pick this up with the gloves, no problem whatsoever. To show you how tough the gloves are, look at this. Okay, this is a smoldering piece of wood. I can hold this in my hand, toss it around, lay it back down, brush them off, and nothing. I can feel certainly the warmth from the log, but doesn't scathe them whatsoever. So anything I want to do with the fire, I don't have to worry. If I want to move some wood around, pick up the pot right off the fire, I have zero concerns about burning my hands. So it's a tough leather glove. And now I'm going to get into a bit about, I just demonstrated why, but perhaps one of the most important reasons why I wear gloves and quality gloves now a little bit more than I did in my younger years. Last winter, I was doing some feather sticking with a stick and my knife, and I did something incredibly stupid. I can't even replicate how I did it, but I managed to try to break the stick with the knife in my hand. I think it was actually this way. When I broke the stick, I actually took my knife and I drove it right into my thumb. I'm not sure if the scar is going to show up there. It was a nasty cut that I incurred in the backcountry. It was minus 30. It sucked. I did have my first aid kit, but it put a real damper on my day because it was quite a deep slice. If I had had the gloves on to begin with, and I did slip and managed to cut myself, the gloves would have prevented the injury completely. I don't even think the knife would have even gone through the gloves. Again, maybe if I was wearing a very cheap pair of leather gloves that are not thick and tough, I still would have had the injuries. So that's why now when I'm working with a knife or even an axe, you tend to see me more and more wearing the gloves. Even simple things like pine pitch. You know, it's all pine out here. I'm processing wood. I've got pine all over my axe handle, but my hands are free of it. It sucks taking pine off of your hands with soap the day before you have to go to work. So just that alone would be another reason why I'd wear the gloves. And that's basically my review. These are tough as nails. They're going to cost you a fair bit of money, but just like most things, you know, you have to pay for quality. If you want a $15 pair of gloves, you could go ahead and use that. They're not going to be as durable or as lifelong as these Crudsweden gloves. So just one last look. Get a look on the inside there as well. These are unlined, but they're tough. I would stand by them. I wear them all the time. They're always in my kit. And if you've come across this video and you've been, you know, kicking the tires on the website or looking to pick up a pair from either the website or Amazon or anywhere else that they're selling those, I endorse them, and I highly recommend if you've got the funds and you're looking for a higher end pair of gloves, you go on and purchase these babies. They won't let you down. Cheers.